do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, July 19th, 2017. And I'm trying to head into work for the day, but the main road that I take to work is completely backed up with traffic. And that is, you know, if it was right by my work, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm not even halfway there. I'm gonna try to drive around the congestion, so to speak. I got the baby Sophs in the car. She's going over by Vicky's. Grant has been dropped off to his mom's for the day, and I'll get him back on Friday. So I had a really good time yesterday hanging out with my friend. I haven't seen her. Her name is Kristen. I haven't seen her in, since probably high school. And she now lives in Tennessee. And with her family, or well, I should say with her kids. So she's the girl that I did the photo shoot on Sunday for her family. And really cool people. They grew up in the same city that I grew up in. Like I said, I went to school with her since grade school. So like grade school all the way through high school. Really cool. And it was really fun seeing our kids like kind of play and interact and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. Yes, what's going on? Headed into work, so it's Wednesday. Friday's the big move day. Just a lot going on over the next week. I should say the next 2 weeks, because I'm going to be traveling to Minnesota for work and stuff. So I'm not really looking forward to the travel, but I am going to be driving, and I like that, just because then I can bring more of like my stuff or whatever like I want to bring. So like I could bring my editing stuff and all that, and that would allow me to excuse me, that would allow me to you know, edit photos or maybe game or whatever. You know, I'll have my own personal computer and stuff there. So still like scheming and trying to come up with a way to make this $5,000 loan work. You know, I was kind of thinking about it. I'm gonna sit down and do the math and figure out, you know, basically how much a day and a week and a month that I can make, and maybe I can like live off of that. So like I said, it's a 6-month loan. So like let's say I make like $50 a day. If I need anything that's within $50 for that day, I can just literally use my crypto. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So basically, by using the power of BitPay, let's say I need gas, I should be able to have my BitPay card preloaded and then just use that at the gas pump, and basically like save money. So like whatever I'm spending my crypto on, I'll just take my cash, that like my personal cash that I normally would spend on it, and dump it into my savings. After the end of 6 months, see what's left. So at the end of the loan, that is. So see you know, how much crypto I have left, how much money I have in my savings, all that stuff. And I think that would be really cool way to make this loan work, and that would make me more inclined to dump a little bit more cash into making it to that $5,000 loan payout or amount. So the reason why I'm so adamant about $5,000 loan is you get a bonus 0.2% payout daily. So let's say, let's do it this way. So let's say normally it's a 1% average. Let's just say that. So 1% of $5,000, I believe, is $50. Now, what was I going to say? So now if, wow, I haven't gone this way in a long time. There's like houses popping up everywhere. Okay, so look at this. New construction. I love seeing new construction. That means the economy's turning around. That's not even a house. That's a mansion. There's a crane way up here. Wow. Look at all these houses. None of these were here before. Alright, so feel me out on this. So, let's say like an average is 1% a day. So that would be $50 a day. So let's say it's zero. It's a 0% payout day for whatever reason. I still get a guaranteed 0.2%. So 0.2, or let's say 1/5 of $50. So I'm still going to make $10 a day, minimum $10 a day. So now we can kind of see why people were so like big into jumping into doing the $20,000 loans. So anyway, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to get like a couple grand out of my swarm. It's like right around there. Ether's above $2 now. It's like $2.30, or I'm sorry, 230 cents. So that means swarm should follow pretty soon here. But let's say I can get 2 grand for swarm. I have they are like redoing everything over here. So 2 grand for swarm. I have 1 Bitcoin. That's about $2,300. So I just need to sprinkle a little bit more cash on there, and that should do it, I reckon. So I have, what do I got? $350 right now. I think I should do it. And yeah. So if I can make another 10 grand on top of my initial investment of 5, I can spend 5 of that on paying off credit cards within 6 months. I can spend 5 of it to live, which would essentially mean I would save 5 grand of my cash. Here's the reason why I'm kind of weird about this. So I've been trying to find ways to spend the crypto and essentially save my cash. So that way I'm not cashing out the crypto through like Coinbase, and then all that can be traced, tracked, whatever. I don't want Coinbase to send me like a W-2 or some bullshit. Like, I don't want that. So the less that could be traced to like the government or the IRS or whatever, the better. So like if I'm getting paid my paycheck and then I'm just like taking pieces of my paycheck and dumping it into savings, that's a little bit more legit or whatever than me cashing out tens or like thousands of dollars of crypto, which I'm going to be taxed on maybe down the line or whatever. Like, I don't want to get burned on all this. So I'd rather spend the crypto and save the cash than spend the cash and have to cash out crypto, if that makes any sense. Plus fees and all that bullshit really add up. So I'm seeing that with a lot with my buddies. You know, my buddy Luke, he spends so much money cashing out on transaction fees and all that, and exchange fees and stuff. So I want to avoid all of that. So that's kind of where my head's at. We'll see if we can make it happen or not, but I think I'm gonna do it. No, I know I'm gonna do it, and then I don't have to worry about like this day trading bullshit. Like before, I was just holding and it wasn't so stressful, but trying to trade it daily and all that, just not fun. So the big question is, do I push to get this done before August 1st? So August 1st is the big Bitcoin hard fork booyah. So is that going to kill the value of Bitcoin or raise the value of Bitcoin? It's hard to say, because now we could relatively say that Bitcoin is cheap. If it hard forks and it takes off, this hard fork might bump Bitcoin to the next level. Bitcoin's been kind of like in the $2,000, sub $3,000 level. based on what I've seen with Litecoin. Litecoin implemented SegWit, and that's, I believe, what this hard fork is going to do essentially, is introduce SegWit or more tech to the Bitcoin blockchain. It's going to make the value go up. So if I want to make a $5,000 loan, probably now is the best time to do that, because $5,000 worth of Bitcoin is going to essentially cost me more money. So unless I buy the Bitcoin now and then do the loan afterwards, I don't know. It's hard to say. You never really know. I guess I just need to do it and commit, and then say fuck it. Like, it's done. It's over with. I'm ultimately going to be getting paid back in Bitcoin. So if the value of Bitcoin goes up, that will be a good thing for me, I suppose. The way they build their BitConnect system, I don't think it really matters, because if Bitcoin goes up, I'm just going to be able to like cash out into less Bitcoin. So it probably doesn't really matter, to be honest. So the only way it would matter is if I bought Bitcoin now for cheap, waited, and then used it to make a loan later on. So I just need to figure out a way to come up with $5,000 worth of crypto. I'm close. I just can't. Here's what I noticed in the last week is I can't easily sell my Swarm. There's some volume there, like $60,000 worth of volume, but I might have to start selling it off in little increments or something like that. I don't know. So maybe like 100 unit increments starting at $2,000 or something like that. So maybe that's what I'll work on. Set up some auto sell orders. But we need to make this happen. I need to start going forward with my vehicle or my system for automating life. So this is a big part of it. So stay tuned for more. All right, so this is about the end of the workday on Wednesday, and this is where we stand. There's still a bunch of patching to do, get done, and then Friday afternoon is when all the stuff starts arriving. But it's still a mess. I was hoping to have a couple days just to pick up stuff in here, and it's just a thrash. This is crazy. Alright guys, just getting out of work for the day, and man, every day I'm like, alright, we found some more issues today, we got everything covered now, that's it, not gonna be any more surprises, and every day it's something new. So we have some cable contractors that are doing a lot of our patches and trunk runs and everything, and you know, we gave them all this information and stuff. And the guys that are actually doing the work, they're really nice guys, but man, they just seem fucking lost, like completely clueless. And it's painful to watch. So like, they were asking me if I had cables that they could use for their work. So I gave them what I had, got them, you know, to keep moving. And the guy's like, all right, I'm gonna overnight some more cables in here. I was like, okay. So he's like, how many should I get? I'm like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, do you have enough to get the job done? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. I don't even know what the fuck that means, because like, I'm pulling from my stock to patch stuff, and I'm telling them, all right guys, you can cross those connections off your list. I'm gonna do them. And so that should mean, if I'm pulling extra cables from my stock, that should mean that like they should have extra in their stock. And I told them, like, guys, here's the situation. Here's why I'm getting concerned. Like, you're like ordering like the exact cables that we need. I'm like, I was told like by Eugene or whatever that we were gonna have like a 20% surplus. And I'm like, that means like 20% extra cables for extra shit. So we're not running exact number of patches that we need for whatever. And I said, you know, I'm getting a little concerned. I'm like, we have no extra anything. I'm like, how is that even possible? So, you know, I'm like, dude, you gonna order some extra cables or what? Because that would be nice right now. But, so I don't know what's going on. It's just a clusterfuck at this point in the game. But, yep, I made it to Vicky's. It's hot as hell again, and that's it for now, so stay tuned for more. Quick note, so I've made the commitment to do this $5,000 loan. I have 1.6, a little bit more, I think I have like 1.8 Bitcoin right now, and I'm slowly moving everything over to BitConnect so I can do my loans. The problem is Poloniex has a $2,000 a day limit withdrawal. So I was able to withdraw like $1,800 today, and I'm going to do like another $800-900 tomorrow, and then figure out how to make the rest work. I sold my Swarm today. Sold it for about 1,900 bucks. Not bad considering it was a $100 initial investment when I first bought it. It was worth at one point up to $6,000. That's all in my older vlogs, but that's neither here nor there. So I cashed it out, and that's already moved over to BitConnect. So I'm waiting until I get $5,000 worth of Bitcoin in BitConnect, and then I'm going to do my loan. So it might be another day or two, but we'll see. Stay tuned for more. Okay, it's date night. What's the place called we're going to?
The Jalapeno Grill.
Jalapeno Grill. We're going to try this place out. Vicky's wanting to go there for a long time.
Yep.
It's a newer place, and it's just it says tacos, burritos, burgers, and more. Oh, they got burgers? Huh. Okay. Nice.
Fire onion.
What is this? Pickle?
It looks like a pepper.
That's awesome. Wow, thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think I'll be eating mine anytime soon. Wait for it. Wait for it. No bubbles?
What?
No bubbles?
What is wrong with this?
I'm gonna have to write him a letter.
Sophie, come on. Heel.
And Sophie's got a boyfriend,
Heel,
apparently. She really likes this dog way over here. It's a white Cocker Spaniel. No, I think, what is it?
Lab, I think. I don't know.
I don't know. Sophie's been trying to get to him. Or her.